Welcome to English Through Ideas, where we learn English through powerful ideas. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let's jump right in. Today, we're diving into an explainer on the private diary of Marcus Aurelius. This was a guy who literally had ultimate power over the known world as a Roman emperor. But here's the crazy part. Instead of obsessing over wealth or fame, he focused entirely on mastering his own mind. His writings, which we now call the Meditations, show us exactly how to build a strong character and live a truly good life. Just think about that for a second. The most powerful man on earth wrote a diary just to remind himself to be a good person. So here are the 5 simple, powerful ideas we'll be exploring today to help you grow. First, the philosopher king. Second, what is Stoicism? Third, control your own mind. Fourth, be good to others. And finally, remember, life is short. Part 1. The Philosopher King, A Life of Duty. Okay, let's start by understanding who Marcus Aurelius actually was. He wasn't just some philosopher sitting in a quiet room writing all day. Born in 121 AD and becoming Roman emperor by 161, he lived a life of intense responsibility in the real world. Imagine having absolute unchecked power, yet choosing a genuinely hard life of duty. While dealing with literal wars, terrible betrayals by his own friends, and a massive, devastating plague, he chose humility. He actively avoided luxury. Even freezing in a military camp facing an enemy army, he did his work well and stayed true to his principles. He didn't use his power to make his own life easy. He used it to do what was right.
Section 2. What is Stoicism? The ancient philosophy. During all these incredibly stressful times, Marcus survived by practicing this totally unique mindset.
Simply put, Stoicism is about living with reason, avoiding luxury, and fully accepting the natural order of the world instead of constantly fighting it. For example, if it rains on your only day off from work, a Stoic just accepts the weather instead of getting angry. I mean, we can't control nature, right? So why get so upset about it? They believe the universe has a natural order, and the whole goal of a Stoic is to consciously work for the common good and live in total harmony with the world around them, rain or shine. Part 3. Control your own mind, the first pillar. Now let's look at how we can actually apply his first big idea of self-improvement.
It absolutely comes down to this: separating what's in our power from the things that are outside of it. We completely control our opinions, our will, and our thoughts, but we cannot control outside things, like our overall health, our wealth, or the actions of other people. Imagine you're stuck in terrible traffic. You can't control the cars around you, right? That's completely outside your power. But you can control your thoughts while you wait. If you spend your whole life worrying about things you can't control, like the traffic or what other people think of you, you're literally always going to be stressed out.
Marcus teaches us a massive lesson here. True happiness doesn't come from buying expensive things or landing some huge promotion at work. It comes from inside you. It is, as he beautifully put it, an inward power of the soul. Just take a moment to really think about that. No matter what crazy, chaotic things are happening around you, your mind can remain this quiet, peaceful place if you build that inward power. So the next time you feel stressed out about a huge project at work, or you're anxious about the future, remember this: you are the boss of your own mind. You can use these simple principles to stay calm. Control your desires so you aren't always just wanting more things. Guide your opinions so you see situations clearly without the panic or the fear. And bring your whole being under your will. At the end of the day, you have the final say over how you feel.
Section 4. Be good to others, the second pillar. Of course, we don't just live inside our own heads. We live in a society with neighbors, family, and coworkers. So let's see how Stoicism totally changes how we treat people.
Marcus once asked, "Doth any man offend? It is against himself that he doth offend. Why should it trouble thee?" Doth is just an Old English word for does. Basically, he's asking, if someone offends you, well, it's against themselves that they offend. Why should it bother you? If a coworker is rude, Marcus reminds us that their mistake really only hurts their own character, so it absolutely shouldn't ruin your day. People often act out of ignorance. If they do something wrong, it's a sickness in their own soul. Why let their bad day disturb your peace?
In fact, he wrote down the exact steps for handling difficult people, showing us that goodness is literally the best antidote to anger. Step 1, do not be angry. Just take a deep breath. Step 2, treat them with tact and gentleness. Try to show them a better way instead of just yelling back. And step 3, overcome evil with good. If someone is mean to you, be kind to them anyway. The absolute best kind of revenge, he wrote, is simply not to become like them.
The crucial takeaway here is that we're all part of this massive worldwide brotherhood. We have to work together for the common good. We're all connected, kind of like leaves on the exact same tree. When you help a neighbor or you show kindness to a stranger, helping them is actually the exact same thing as helping yourself. We are literally built to work together. Part 5. Remember, life is short, the third pillar. Finally, we come to the last powerful idea from his meditations, and it's a big one: fully accepting our own mortality. Marcus constantly reminded himself that human life is basically just a tiny point in an infinite ocean of time. Think about how incredibly fast time actually passes. A year goes by in a flash, doesn't it? The world was here long before us and is going to be here long after we're gone. As he observed, the human soul is restless, fortune is totally uncertain, and fame is doubtful. He thought a lot about past kings and famous figures who died and were just completely forgotten. It teaches us not to waste our precious energy trying to be famous. Everything is in a continual flux, meaning it's constantly changing. Nothing stays exactly the same. And because of this, we really must accept our lot in life contentedly. Don't chase fame, because fame after life is just oblivion anyway. Instead, chase goodness. He wrote down this amazing thought. Even if you only have 3 hours left to live, that is plenty of time to do what is right and natural. You don't need 100 years to be a good person. You don't need an entire lifetime to make a positive impact. You can start right now with the exact amount of time you have left. Because life is just so brief, he urges us to spend every single day honestly and bravely. First, live every single day as if it were your last. Really appreciate it. Second, be completely free from all dishonesty. Tell the truth to yourself and to others. And third, spend whatever time you have remaining on living a truly virtuous, good life. That focus on goodness, it's the absolute key to finding real peace. So after exploring the private 2,000-year-old thoughts of a Roman emperor, I want to leave you with this final, important question. What will you do with your time today? We've journeyed through his amazing life, learned how to master our thoughts, and discovered how to treat others with real kindness. Now the choice is totally yours. You have the power to control your mind, to be kind to the people around you, and to make today truly matter. Thank you for learning with English through ideas. If you enjoyed this explainer, please subscribe for more ideas, more English, and more growth.